Every day when these children wake up, they have to wait in line to wash their faces. They have to wash their faces in front of a camera until the indicator light turns green before they can leave. This is a very weird school. Students have been detained here since birth. Everywhere there are cameras to monitor every action of the girls. The headmistress tells them it's the end of the world outside. The air and the sun are polluted. This school does not teach cultural knowledge, but only teaches the rules of female virtue through television screens, teaches obedience to orders, teaches how to maintain beauty, teaches decency. In the end, the children who are raised successfully will be released, will be adopted by the wealthy. But this process is extremely cruel. Just disobey will be dragged away, and will never come back again. Vivian is the girl who follows all the school rules the most. As soon as she entered a new class, she made a friend named Sophia. Sophia is very mystical. She reminds Vivian definitely not to eat vitamins. Vitamin is the tonic that the school forces girls to take every day. Vivian decided to trust Sophia. The next day, after taking the vitamin, in front of the camera she pretended to swallow it. She immediately hid in the toilet to spit. This was the first time she had resisted orders. At night she discovered something unusual. The roommate just lay down was fast asleep. No matter how she called, they didn't wake up. Vivian discovers that Sophia is also awake. She told Vivian that what they were taking wasn't a vitamin, but a powerful sedative. If a guard enters the examination room, they must pretend to be asleep. As soon as she finished speaking, the guard arrived. Sophia hurried to bed. The headmistress ordered the guard to carry Vivian away. She was taken to a strange room, next to another classmate. At this time, the headmistress brought a rich couple. Vivian quickly pretended to be asleep. The headmistress detailed the appearance of the two girls. Skin that has never been exposed to the sun is white and soft. This rich woman came to a mirror. Look at her face in the mirror with a gloomy expression. And this man was envious of Vivian's beauty. He praised endlessly. This made his wife very unhappy. So she chose the other girl. Then she told her husband to pay. Wait, pay what? Why do they say the girls will be adopted? Vivian was taken back to her room. She told Sophia what had just happened. The two of them realized that this school was definitely hiding a shocking secret. For their own safety, they decided to run away. The next night, the guard carried some of the girls away again. Vivian surreptitiously spits out the sedative. She decided to take this opportunity to run away. Waiting for the guard to leave, she left the room. She rushed to the hallway door, but didn't have an unlock card, so she couldn't open it. At this moment, footsteps were heard. Vivian hurried back to her room, pretending to be asleep. The guard brought a girl to her room, then locked the door. So Vivian had run out of chances to run away. Vivian and Sophia began to discuss plans. Sophia told Vivian she had stopped taking vitamins a long time ago. Therefore, she discovered the law of work and the rest of this school. Every day there will be 4 hours everyone falls asleep. This is the best time for them to run away. Their urgent task now is to find a way to get the card to open the door. But how? One day, the school arranged a vaccination session for them. Vivian's first visit to the school clinic. She found that this doctor was much more temperate towards her. This is a good opportunity, but it is not yet time for her to take action. A girl after getting vaccinated suddenly had a convulsion and vomited. Sophia discovered on her shoulder blade appeared a scar. Looks very scary. This vaccine is definitely problematic. So Vivian went to the clinic again. She wanted to probe the doctor's attitude, but she negligently revealed that she did not take sedatives. So the doctor injected her with a strong sedative. Vivian fell into a coma. Vivian's state is getting worse and worse. Sophia decided to run away immediately. She wanted to take Vivian too, but due to the influence of the drug, Vivian not only couldn't hear, but also spoke too loudly, so she was locked in a forbidden room. Sophia has no choice but to act alone to save Vivian. She used the bedsheet to tighten it into a rope. Waiting for this evil guard to enter, she squeezed his neck from behind. Then she got his card to open the door. Sophia finds Vivian, but just as she is about to get Vivian out, the alarm goes off. Sophia had to run away. Early the next morning, Vivian was released. At this time, she learned that Sophia was arrested, but they could not find the door card that Sophia took. At this point, the doctor came out. It turned out that he was the final boss behind this school. He got into a rage to force the girls to hand over the card. He took a girl and took her down to the basement to punish her. After that, the headmistress personally gave vitamins to each person. They even checked their mouths closely to make sure they don't hide the vitamin. She returned to her room. To avoid the effect of the sedative, Vivian used a hairpin to stab her hand repeatedly. She tried to keep herself awake. She climbed out of bed with difficulty. She ran to Sophia's bed and found the card. She finally found the card on the nightstand. Vivian ran out of the room, into the hallway. The lights in the adjoining clinic were still on. The headmistress was sitting alone inside. She discovered Vivian. Vivian entered. The headmistress was about to drug Vivian, but she did not expect Vivian to resist. She stabbed the sleeping pill into the headmistress's body. She immediately fainted. Outside the window was a moon that Vivian had never seen. She was locked up for 16 years, never seen the sun. Now just moving forward can get rid of the nightmare. But Vivian was a little hesitant. She decided to go back to save her friend. Vivian made her way down to the basement room. This place is like a prison cell. Vivian goes to the innermost room and finds Sophia. Vivian opened the door and hugged Sophia, but Sophia's hands were tied. They went to the next room and found a surgical knife. After untying Sophia, they discovered that there were 4 bundles behind, each with a piece of paper with the names of the classmates who had been dragged away by the headmistress. Vivian curiously opened it. Inside were her friends' bodies, whose faces were all skinned. The 2 girls were terrified. It turns out that this is not a school, but a place to provide skin transplant materials for wealthy women who want to maintain a young and beautiful appearance. When they are 16 years old, their skin will be peeled off and transplanted onto those rich women's faces. And the vaccine that the school gives them is the DNA of those women. Vivian quickly tells Sophia to run away. But Sophia wants to save all the girls here. She grabbed the surgical knife just in case. Sophia ran to the classroom. She held up the card that opened the door and used the principal's name to trick them away. Then she called all the girls to wake up and wanted to take them with her and Vivian. But the funny thing is that Sophia risked her life to save them, but no one believed in her. Vivian brought the headmistress. She told the cruel truth. At this moment, Vivian discovered that the principal's back had a scar. Turns out she also had a skin transplant. No one knows how many girls she harmed. At this point, the students will believe. They locked the principal in a locked room to let her feel the same fear they had. When they reached the door to escape, they were careful not to touch the alarm. They rushed out. They were afraid to run away from the pursuit of the guards. But Sophia was unfortunately injured, unable to run. Vivian only had to lead the friends to escape into a room and lock the door. Not long after, the doctor arrived. He continued to lie. Vivian angrily exposes his true face. But the doctor still praised her as beautiful and obedient. Vivian finally understood why she was loved more. It is because her face is the most beautiful, the most valuable. So she decided to slit her own face, destroying the doctor's dream. At this point, things can no longer be saved. As for the doctor, because he couldn't do his job, he was handled by the investor. Early the next morning, when the police came to save the girls, the 2 walked outside. In the past 16 years, this is the first time they have seen the sun. This warmth is a luxury for them. But fortunately, a new life is about to begin. And fortunately, they still have each other. Thank you for watching.